What about you? Welcome to another Premier Lawns video. Today I'm going to be talking about dog pee in the garden, how to fix it, and more importantly how to stop it, so stick around. So we'll have our patches here and here. You can see dark green, and then in the middle it's all burnt. What happens whenever your dog pees? It's just like a big blast of urea coming out. Urea is a part of the fertiliser. It's a component that has nitrogen in it. And whenever your dog pees just in one place, it's too much and it just blasts all around. So this is why you get the dark green growth around it, because that's fertiliser, and then in between it's just too much and it burns it. Okay guys, here's my tips for trying to minimise the dog pee. Prevention's better than cure, so take the dog somewhere else to go to the toilet. Now I know that's pretty obvious and not always practical. Another tip is to give the dog more water so as it pees more, and whenever it pees it's not getting that really concentrated blast in each spot. Another tip that a lot of people do is to follow the dog around with a watering can, and whenever the dog pees they'll put a bit of water over the pee, and then that helps sort of break it up. But again, I know that's not practical. Some people have had success with dog rocks. You can buy them on Amazon. I don't know if they work or not, but I'll put a link down in the description, so check that out. Lastly, you can talk to a vet. Now, I'm not qualified to give you advice on your dogs. Always talk to a vet first and get some professional advice. But a lot of the times, whenever people change the dog food, that can really help with the dog pee problem. So let's get back to fixing the lawn. I did a video a few weeks ago fixing bare patches in the soil. This is very similar, apart from I'm going to show you another wee tip that I think you guys will appreciate. It's just the wee greenkeeper's tip. We'll have our tools here: garden fork, rake, bucket, soil, seed. We're just going to take our rake because we want to try and break that surface up the best we can. So I'm going to give that a rake out. You're going to try and break that surface up. And then we're going to give it a fork, get the air down in as well. Now, you only need a wee drop of this. You guys that don't know, fairy liquid's like a wetting agent. In greenkeeping, we use a thing called wetting agent. It helps break up the surface of the water, it breaks down the surface tension of the water. This is just plain water and a wee drop of fairy liquid. Now, I would definitely say don't use fairy liquid in your garden. Just for this purposes, it's grand. Definitely don't spray your whole garden with fairy liquid. Your garden has a lot of bacteria in it and a lot of wildlife like worms and everything else, and they're all really super important, and that's why we put on the seaweed to try and encourage the wildlife and the bacteria. It's like a little jungle under your lawn. So whenever you use stuff like this, then you're going to destroy that habitat. But just for this purpose, there might be some urea left in the soil. We're going to use the fairy liquid just as a very light wetting agent, just on very localised areas. Don't need very much, just need a wee touch in here. What this is going to do, it's going to work like a wetting agent and hopefully break down any of that urea that's still left in the soil. This area here has been raked off and forked. You can see the wee holes in it. I'm just going to give it a good spray. And hopefully whenever that sees some water, then it's going to help break it down. So we don't need loads, it's just a wee spray. If you had some seaweed, you could mix it up into this as well. It would really help. We'll have the fairy liquid down, that we squirt into each place where we're going. Going to mix up some soil. We're going to put that out, and then I'm going to give the lawn a feed. I've covered this in other videos. We're just going to use screen topsoil. So you buy a bag of this for fibre, not. So this is just a bag of ordinary lawn seed. Handful in there. You don't want to use peat. You don't want to use sand for a lot of different reasons. You don't want to use sand because sand's inert. Peat's no good because whenever it gets wet, it takes a long time to dry out, and whenever it dries out, it's sometimes very hard to get wet. So we just use screen topsoil. Get the seed right up from the bottom. So there's the consistency there. You don't want too much seeds, and you want to have enough that it's going to grow. So this is very effective if you're trying to get grass to grow. If you actually mix the seed in the bucket. Simple but effective. We're just going to take a couple of handfuls and throw it into each pile, and then level it off with our foot. You could use the back of a landscaping rake if you wanted to be really fussy. And just stand it down, so you don't want it too hard. You see, just up to the level. You don't want it sitting up. Whenever that starts to grow and the lawnmower hits it, it's going to knock it out. That's just nice and level there. Right guys, welcome back. So you can see the lawn's come on really well. You can't see any scar marks at all from the dog's pee. The fertiliser's kicking in and the lawn's nice and green now. And there's any patches that had any scars on them are now gone. So let's have a wee look. There's a patch there, you can see the new grass coming through. And a couple of other patches. It's come back really well. Bella just enjoying herself. It's been quite warm this week. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you check out a couple more of my videos. Subscribe for more content like this. I post regular advice, and I post advice all the time on how to improve your lawn and take your lawn to the next level. Hit the like button down below and give me a big thumbs up, because it really helps me out and it helps me grow my channel. Subscribe for more content like this. Again, if you can just smash that like button down below, because it really helps me out and it helps me grow my channel. If you have anything you want me to cover, leave me a comment down below. And I always try and, people ask me stuff, I always try and make videos about it. So listen, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out another one of my videos next. So see you again, bye bye.